The pit window is open here at Snetterton. It is race one in this, the second round of the Radical Challenge. And the mandatory pit stop must last for 59 seconds unless you have success time to serve in the pit lane, like Dominic Jackson does. So he's got to go loop to loop 79 seconds. He's giving away 20 seconds to the less successful drivers at Donington. Number 7 goes through, Owen Goodmanson. There is 94, Olimata Piotr Jr. back into the race and out of the pit lane now. Blasts Dominic Jackson, but that longer pit stop will, of course, have delayed him. Now there is the man that was leading earlier on, Jerome de Sadelier. He's yet to serve his stop. 2 wins this year to Jackson, 1 to de Sadelier. And you can see how much time now Jackson has lost. There is de Sadelier looking good. He will serve 10 seconds less in the pit lane. John McLeod leaves. His pit stop is done. Others make their way down the pit road. Jason Rishover blast away. 74 Guillaume Gruchet, new to the championship this weekend. Exits the pit lane, turns through the right hand of Riches, and now back into the race. Number 28 serving the mandatory stop, that's Elliot Goodman. And Marcus Clutton in the red car, having his first race in a Radical, in fact, first prototype race, serving 10 seconds less than de Sadelier, 20 seconds less in the pit lane than Dominic Jackson. He's now looking very good indeed going into this second stint of the race. Number 8 you saw in the pit lane is Spencer Bourne. He dropped quite a long way back compared to his grid position. Now, in the pit lane is Jerome de Sadelier. He should still gain 10 seconds over Jackson, but the real fascination now is where he will be relative to Marcus Clutton. Away goes Jerome de Sadelier down the pit lane, back on track here. Now there is Dominic Jackson, but as I say, Marcus Clutton will have gained 10 seconds over de Sadelier and 20 seconds over Jackson. But you can see the advantage that de Sadelier has. He's round turn 1 before even up to the timing line goes Dominic Jackson. But now you need to keep an eye out for the red car of Marcus Clutton. Brian Murphy's red car working its way through the traffic, passing Owen Goodmanson. Goes through on the inside now onto the Bentley Straight. Fast part of the circuit, this speed building all the time. Goodmanson learning about Snetterton, learning about Radicals. Meantime, there is Marcus Clutton. Now that has put him into the race lead. He comes through Bombhole, he's in and amongst the traffic, but he's looking pretty good right now. Jerome de Sadelier is quick, but can he catch? And then can he find a way past? Peter Brooks there goes a lap down. He sprints his way up towards the timing line here. And a yellow flag and the safety car on track. Now why is that? The safety car has been deployed. Jason Rishover has gone a missing, I fear. So race neutralised, and that's bad news for Clutton because it means that everybody else will now bunch up behind him. There is Jason Rishover's car. He's okay, but stranded trackside, he needs retrieving. So Clutton leads, but the good news for him is that he's got the lapped car of Peter Brooks between himself and second placed Jerome de Sadelier. Racing again, green flags fly, and Marcus Clutton speeds clear. There's the green flag, and Jerome de Sadelier has yet to find a way past Peter Brooks. Then he can think about going after Clutton, but he's not there yet. So Marcus Clutton trying to build that race lead. Jack Constable it is that's running in 3rd place, and there in 4th is Dominic Jackson. So Jackson needs to find a way through the traffic as well here. Clutton up towards Wilson. Jerome de Sadelier, who led early on, now trying to go after the race leader. Dominic Jackson has been helped by that safety car because it's negated the lost time. Onto Bentley Straight. Marcus Clutton still leads the way, and Marcus doing a very good job of maintaining this advantage. He's no stranger to leading races. He might not know Radicals that well, but he's a very versatile little peddler, is Marcus Clutton. Here he comes, down towards Brundle and Nelson, and look at the gap he's got over Jerome de Sadelier, who dominated the opening part of the race. Jack Constable wriggles his way through traffic. Dominic Jackson up behind him as they both pounce past Peter Brooks. Jackson now looks for a way through, gets into the back of Constable. There's contact, and Jack Constable spins out of 3rd place. Spins out or was pushed out. You decide. There was certainly contact. I don't think it was deliberate by Dominic Jackson. He's not that kind of a driver, but the net result is that Jack Constable spins and Dominic Jackson gains 3rd place. Number 14 there is John McLeod. That's just put him up into 4th as Clutton comes over the line. And the advantage is still a healthy one, isn't it, over Jerome de Sadelier. That is Jack Constable back on track. Number 14, John McLeod, working his way through the traffic here. Up they turn towards Wilson. The red car of Brian Murphy also trying to gain ground. He's on the back of Spencer Bourne as they all get past the lapped car of Peter Brooks. These SR3 RSX chassis. There is Jack Constable. Now, his progress rather arrested by the contact with Jackson. Tries to make his way back into the mix, but he's a long, long way down. He is 11th, in fact, as he's just gone over the timing line. So there, as they turn through second and third, Jerome de Sadelier ahead of Dominic Jackson. In fourth place, John McLeod having a really good run here. And there you've got Spencer Bourne keeping Brian Murphy at bay, 5th and 6th. Ahead of all of them, Marcus Clutton. What a debut this is turning out to be for him. Through Coram Curve, and now up towards the completion of the lap. Brian Murphy going nicely here and actually closing onto the back, up the inside even of Spencer Bourne. There's contact between the two, and Brian Murphy delayed. He had to stand on everything there to try and back out of that move, and the net result is that he has lost ground to Spencer Bourne. Not a lot, but he has lost a bit of time. Leaders go through, the clock ticking on down in this 50-minute race. Not a set number of laps, but the flag goes out the first time the leader crosses the line once 50 minutes are up. There is Murphy trying to make up that lost time against Spencer Bourne now. Spencer Bourne down towards turn 3. There in triple one is John McRae, and on the back of him is Ore Maratiotto Jr. For Marcus Clutton, though, this is looking mighty. He's on the last lap. The flag will be ready this time for him. And Marcus Clutton is going to score a debut win in Radicals. Yes, he's been helped by the success penalties in the pits to some of the other drivers, but he's not put a wheel wrong. He's controlled the pace in this second stint. He has coped with the safety car. He's built up the advantage again on that restart. And Marcus Clutton is on target for a race win. Race 1 of 3 here at Snetterton in the Radical Challenge Championship. It's going to go the way of Marcus Clutton. There's the checkered flag, and Marcus Clutton wins at Snetterton, and he's going to win by a fair old margin because Jerome de Sadelier has yet to come through. The flag waves, and the margin is 9.5 seconds at flag fall. Marcus Clutton wins from Jerome de Sadelier, and Dominic Jackson takes third. There, a lap down in the end. Jack Constable after the spin. Fourth goes to John McLeod. So Marcus Clutton wins for Valor Racing ahead of Jerome de Sadelier. Dominic Jackson third from John McLeod, Spencer Bourne. And then Brian Murphy in 6th place from Brian Cordwell, Elliot Goodman, Owen Goodmanson, and John McRae in 10th. Jack Constable 11th after the spin. It's Peter Brooks that rounds out the top 12. So well done, Marcus Clutton. Race winner.
I made a right mess of the pit stop, to be honest. Couldn't get the car fired up and couldn't get it in gear, and it's the first time I've raced a Radical, so you know, I've not done any dry laps either. Just did the qualifying this morning in the wet. I wasn't here yesterday, so had to learn off these two guys early on, try and keep up with them, and then yeah, they had success penalties and I didn't, and then, yeah, I think Jerome come out in front of me in the pit stops, and I made a bit of a lunge into Coram, and I think, you know, he's in the championship and I'm not. I think he was playing clever and let me crack on. And then the safety car, I thought this is going to be a busy end to the race, but I just made a break for it and I went, and I was like, I wasn't stopping.
Yeah, it was a great race. You know, Dom is a fierce adversary, so getting ahead was satisfying. Try to get some points back up in the championship, so let's see where we go from here. Yeah, the car felt amazing. You know, the way the car was rotating, I could be on the gas super early. I think I've probably never gotten a setup which is as good as I have it today.
When you've got the 20-second success penalty, just to get back to the podium is the target, really. Jack and I had a stumble, but, you know, at least we're on the podium.